doing this. I'm doing that. Do I even need this in the background? No. Hello everybody, this is HyperCole64 and welcome to an update video. I haven't made one of these in a very long time, but I thought I would make one now because of some recent events. One of them being that I got a brand new lens. I'm using a brand new Canon. It is a EFS 10 to 18 millimeter IS stem lens. At least that's what it says on the lens itself. I got the lens recently along with another lens, which is actually right here. The Canon 50mm. This is a lens I've wanted actually for a very long time, and I finally got it. And I got it in a 2-pack for $350. So I got this lens and this lens for that amount of money, which is a pretty good deal. And I'm excited to have both of them because now I don't need to use this default lens that I usually get with this camera, or I typically didn't get with this camera because this is the European version. Long story. It's not a bad lens, but it's definitely not as good as the lens I'm using right now, which allows me to be at an incredibly wide angle, and you can see a lot more now of me. So, you know, it was good for what it was, but now it's time to retire it. So the main reason I wanted to make this video is because I know that there are some of you that might actually be new, mainly because of the video that I recently released called Get Out of My Cast, which was a collaboration between a lot of people in this little committee called the 8-Bit Parody Committee. And if you would like to watch it, you can click on the I right here and go check it out for yourself. And I wanted to clear up a few things for anyone who might be new to my channel and might be wondering what the frick this is all about. So I guess we might as well start with an introduction. My name is Cole Gehrig, I am 20 years old, and I love video games and video editing. I love playing video games, I love talking about video games, I love entertaining people through video games. I love video editing, if you couldn't tell by the video I released yesterday. That entire video, Get Out of My Cast, was entirely edited by me, and I also took over the audio editing during the process. So I love editing. It's something I love to do. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist and a nitpicker in terms of a lot of things, so editing seems to be the place that I tend to go towards because it's just something I'm good at and something people tell me I'm good at, so there you go. And if you've seen some of my channel art or you've ever watched me live stream and you notice that, hey, some of that stuff looks like Undertale, that's no coincidence because I am Undertale trash. Undertale is actually, funnily enough, my favorite game of all time for a lot of various reasons, and I would like to state them right now, but hint hint, there might be a video coming up that might actually talk about that. The point is, I love video games, I love video editing, and I love using both mediums to create content. It's something I love to do. I've actually been on YouTube since 2009, and I've been using this account, HyperCole64, since 2010. And for those of you who might be going back on my videos, you might notice, hey, this guy used to do a bunch of Let's Plays back in the day. Why isn't he doing it now? Well, the biggest reason is that I sort of got burnt out by Let's Playing, honestly, and I kind of realized that it's not really the particular direction that I really wanted to go, because I love creating content that I'm personally proud of and that I would want to personally watch. I mean, that's something you sort of want to aim for, is make content that you would want to make. And I felt like with Let's Playing, I was just doing it as I went, and I was just playing by the motions and not really doing anything, and I wasn't very motivated. So I feel like the new direction that I'm taking with the channel to go more towards video game reviews, editorials, and various amounts of edits and collaborations is much better for me because I get to do what I love and create awesome stuff that I would personally want to watch. So that's mainly why I'm not doing Let's Plays anymore. Also, if you ever go back and watch any of my Let's Plays, I'm very sorry. Because quite frankly, if I'm being honest, 95% of my content from the past is terrible. Like, absolute garbage. There's some good videos. There's some. But most of it's pretty bad. And I like to think that I've improved since then and that I'm no longer who I was 6 years ago. So it's kind of like I've kind of evolved a little bit as a person. It's kind of like Pokemon. I'm evolution. I used to be pubescent 13-year-old HyperCole64. I'm kind of not pubescent, but still childish 20-year-old HyperCole64. Yeah, I don't know what that really says about me, but that's the best thing I could come up with, so there you go. So yeah, generally speaking, the content that you'll generally see on this channel are skits, video game reviews, video game editorials, and even some collaborations that I do with other people. Speaking of collaborations, I want to go ahead and address this because I know some people might ask this. Will there be another video from the 8-Bit Parody Committee? Now, we haven't really had a meeting about this yet, so I can't really answer anything right now about that. But what I will say is that we are going to be taking a break for a while because that video we made of Get Out of My Cast took 3 weeks to make, and it did take quite a bit out of us to finish, and it was quite the endeavor, so we are going to be taking a little break for now. I'm not quite sure if we'll make another video in the future, but keep your eyes peeled, and maybe we'll have some more announcements about that. I don't know. It's something. I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen. In terms of what you'll see mainly from me, I do have a couple things planned. I actually have a few video ideas planned for the future. I want to go more into editorial stuff and video game reviews. But the main project that I'm focusing on, that some of you probably wanted an update on if you've been following me for a while, is my Undertale review Part 2. Emphasis on Part 2. To sort of explain, last year I released a spoiler-free Undertale review, which was actually Part 1 of that Undertale review, and I was originally going to make a Part 2 by the end of last year, but that never happened, and I've been pushing it back for a very long time, and I have been taking a break from working on it to work on Get Out of My Cast. But now that I'm done with that video, I do plan to get back into working on it. I'm still working on the script, but hopefully I'll have that done soon. And in terms of what I'm going to be aiming for when to release it, I will try to have it out before I start college again, because once college starts, I'm going to be very busy with school stuff, so I want to make sure I can get that video done before all that other work comes in. So that's what I will say for now. Again, no definite release date, but bear in mind that I will get back into working on it. Don't worry. One of the main things I've actually started doing over the past year is live streaming on Twitch. I live stream 4 times a week, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, usually at 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time or Standard Time, depending on what time it is in the year, because freaking Daylight Savings Time is stupid. Now, this month is going to be a little different because I am going to be starting driving classes this month, so on Sundays, it's going to be at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time instead of 4, but every other day, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, it will be at 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. It's just Sunday's different this month because I'm going to be taking driving class, like I said, and that's going to conflict with the regular stream schedule. Just something that I thought I'd point out. But other than that, usually I stream at 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time on those 4 days. Generally speaking, I play a lot of video games on stream. Sometimes I actually edit live on stream with some viewer requests, and also I play multiplayer games a few times with viewers, and that tends to be a lot of fun. Twitch has sort of become the main place where I do content recently because it's such a great website to just stream and just connect with people in the chat, and it allows me to build a community also with the people who are watching, and not just Twitch, but also Discord. And yes, I'll go ahead and say it, I do have a Discord server, so if you want to connect to other people in the community, you can head to the link in the description below and check out the server for yourself. Please understand that the roles are connected to Twitch, so when you're following me on Twitch, you are hyperactive, and when you're subscribed to me on Twitch, you are determined, and when you're determined, you even get a little emote called Hyper Sea Salts, created by the lovely PurpleAlmonds, who is amazing, and you should also check out her work because she does amazing stuff. She works at freaking Disney Interactive. What else can I say? You can also follow me on Twitter at HyperCole64. I tweet out stuff quite regularly, so if you want to get some pretty frequent updates and also know when I'm streaming or not, make sure to follow me on Twitter. And I'm also going to try and get back into posting more on Tumblr again. I haven't been doing that much. Tumblr is also similar to Twitter in the sense it's a way for me to connect with my audience, but I haven't been using it much recently, so hopefully I'll change that soon, but just in case I do end up doing that, a link to my Tumblr will also be in the description below. Be warned that most of the stuff I tend to reblog is Undertale trash, so if you are trying to avoid Undertale spoilers, sorry. And that's pretty much it. I hope you all enjoyed this little video talking about who I am and what's going to be coming up in the next couple months. And if you did enjoy this video, please check out my other content. You can follow me on my social media stuff down in the description, and of course on Twitch. And yeah, I hope you enjoy your stay here, and I hope I can entertain you the best I can. So, until we meet again, I'm HyperCole64, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, bye-bye.